Hey, NorCal Karters, it is June 24th, 2024, and as you can tell, it's NorCal Mondays. So Ashley and I are back. Tonight's show is going to be upcoming events. So Ashley's been busy the second half of today, posting the link on various social pages. So it's going to be the upcoming events for July, and then maybe a couple in August as well. But that's what we have going on tonight. And yeah, so what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of NorCalKarters.com calendar. We'll do a little bit of the websites for the different clubs. And yeah, we're going to talk about upcoming events. Ashley and I, we're going to roll through them fairly quickly because they're all either on NorCalKarters.com, they're on our Facebook page, or they're on our Instagram page. So the reason we want to roll through them is if you have questions, post them in the comments, and then we're going to hold the questions till we get to the end, unless it's like vitally important, like a event update or something that we've missed, and we want to get that right out as soon as we mention that particular club or event. So, Ashley, are you ready? Thumbs up. All right. So let's see here. Ashley's going to do her intro.
All right. Hey, NorCal, what's up? All right. It is the NorCal Karters chick, and Jason stole my tagline. It is June 24th, 2024. So, yes, we are going to be talking about upcoming events. We'll mention a little bit about the NorCal Karters Fitness Challenge. We'll talk a little bit about the Summer Night Race series that is coming up at Prairie City. We'll talk a little bit about Reno. We'll talk a little bit about Sonoma and the Rock Pacific. And we'll be discussing a little bit of August, just a little bit, just to give you guys a little bit of time to plan. And other than that, yes, we will be holding the questions towards the end because we are going to be trying to go right through our weekends. So with that being said, let's start off with the NorCal Karters Fitness Challenge. If you go to our Facebook page, you will see a post about the NorCal Karters Fitness Challenge. You can reach out to David Jones, and he will kind of give you the info on where we're at and what it's going to take to get started kind of in the middle of this year. It is the summer, so yes, we are already in the summer months, but November is coming. The barrier races are coming, guys. So it's never a bad time to start. And if we all work together and make this a priority, NorCal will be showing up strong. So again, Motorsports Fitness with Dr. David Jones on our Facebook, Instagram, all the things, and let him know that you heard it on the NorCal Karters Fitness Challenge, so he'll know how to get you connected with our setup. Let's kind of go into the calendar. This weekend, CCKRA and Prairie City are running a night race together. So Jason's going to pull up the calendar, NorCalKarters.com. It's always available. And yeah, so we'll get that up. Here we go. But the Super Series round, 3 rounds, starts this weekend. Here comes the calendar. And CCKRA, my club, will be joining forces with Donald's club. So it's going to be a big one. Anticipate the same setup that we had for Gold Rush. We're going to need all the pit space available. So we're going to be doing separate parking again. And There was something else. There is an
Friday,
event.
Saturday. Notice
Oh,
it's
yes.
Friday, Saturday.
Yes, that's what I was like going to get to next. So you'll notice that it is Friday and Saturday. This is because it is a night race. Friday is qualifying. Yes, that is not a typo. Yes, you saw correctly. Friday is qualifying. And then Saturday, we will be doing the race at night when it gets dark. The lights will be available. The lights will be up, provided by River City Rentals. So the track will be lit. And both of our clubs will be there. And there was something else that I wanted to mention too. But we will be posting tomorrow more updates. And I did post earlier this evening the number declarations. If you are just a CCKRA member running this one race, you do not have to declare. If you are just running one race, you do not have to declare. If you are running the 3-race series, you do have to declare. There is a link on the All-Star Karting Facebook page and to declare, and I will be posting updates. But Reverse Grand Prix will be the layout. I think that's what I was trying to remember a second ago. But any other questions, put them in the comments and we will go over them at the end. CCKRA, Prairie City, all happening round 1. So what else? Now we're going to go into July on the NorCal Karters calendar. And
so we have I need to go in and refresh my calendar because a couple of my dates are not showing up right now. So we have NCK on Buttonwillow, July 6th.
Yes.
So I need to get that. I need to get in and get that the cache cleaned up and refreshed. But Buttonwillow this weekend, or July 6th, that's NCK. I know a lot of their guys are getting ready for that race. Been talking to them on the phone. So they have that event coming up. And then they're going to have a little bit of a break until September 1st. They'll be out at Willow Springs. So, and then the big push, we keep talking about it, Laguna Seca in October. So we already have sponsors rolling in for each class sponsor. It's $500 per class to sponsor the West Coast Grand Prix as a class sponsor. So that's been pretty exciting. And that'll start posting later next week as far as the confirmed sponsors that we're going to have. So that's good. If you would like to sponsor it, reach out to me, Jason, NorCalKarters@gmail.com. And then, Ashley, you had Blue Max on the calendar. Let's see. We have Blue Max Kart Club on the 7th. So that's going to be July 7th. So you have NCK July 6th, Buttonwillow. Then you have Blue Max Kart Club July 7th. Let's see here. Yeah. Then we have that was the event that I was saying that wasn't popping up was we have Rock Sonoma July 13th through the 14th. But the big news is the Rock Pacific event July 19th through the 21st. Ashley posted a bunch of information today on the different social outlets. But that's going to be July 19th through the 21st. If you're thinking about going, I talked to Mike Burrell over the weekend. I was out at Sonoma, and he said you can register now and you can pay later. So their biggest thing is they are very conscious or cognizant. I don't know what the right word is. It starts with a C and it ends with something. But they're very aware that the budgets are getting tighter for people. But it's very important for them to have a head count. They're shipping in the tires. They're shipping in the fuel. They fly in pretty much all their staff. So it's very important for them to have a head count leading an event. So if you know you're going to go, but you're afraid to sign up right now because your credit card statement hasn't cleared for this month or whatever it is. I get it. I mean, I race on a credit card. Then at least go onto their website, register, and then do the pay at track option. And then you can also call Ursula. Let's say you want to pay 2 weeks before you actually get to the track. Get a hold of Ursula. She can process that for you. But give them that head count so that way they know who's going to show up. And for all the classes that hit 10 entries by July 9th, which honestly isn't that, I would have expected the deadline to be further out from the event so they can plan without rushing around. But they pushed that deadline further out to give you guys a chance to put your budgets together, look at your travel plans. But for every class that pre-registers with 10 entries or more by July 9th, those classes are eligible for an engine giveaway. So, for example, Masters VLR, you guys sign up, they hit those 10 pre-entries by July 9th, then Rock Cup USA will be giving away a VLR engine to the Masters class. So it's going to be eligible for every single class. So call your friends, let them know, hey, let's get down to that event.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the prizes for this event. So a lot of questions have been coming up. Hey, Rock Cup USA, what are you guys trying to do to increase the kart counts at the events? Okay. So here's the answer. Okay. Rock Pacific Santa Maria prizes. It's all on our Facebook pages and it's on Rock Cup USA. They're giving away the pole winners are gonna get fuel, combined final points, rock classes. There's gonna be a Rock Vegas ticket entry. So if you're trying to go to Vegas and you're trying to save some money and you need an entry, well, they're giving away an entry, race tires, fuel, and oil. Second place is going to get the entry ticket. Third place is going to get a Rock Wild Card ticket. And not to forget, they're also doing 206 classes, a complete VLR engine package based on 10 plus entries, like Jason was saying. And there's money on the line too, $100, RLV gift certificate, 2 sets of Levanto tires, a Rock Wild Card ticket. Third place, there's also money, RLV gift certificate, tires. So they're doing their part. Okay. If anybody is trying to go to Rock Vegas, this is where you need to go to try and get your ticket. Okay.
And then the other thing, if you're a double ticket winner for your class, what they'll do is, so let's say, I don't know, limited shifter, you're a double ticket winner and you're winning Rock Sonoma and you win Rock Pacific. They'll pay for your hotel stay in Vegas for up to 4 nights. So they really are trying to sweeten up the pot. Yes, it is the promoter's job to make it attractive for people to show up. But at the end of the day, it's also up to the teams. It's up to the shops. It's up to the racers to call their buddies and say, hey, this is going to be a cool event. Let's go. Because the Rock is already putting their neck out there to rent the track, bring in the infrastructure, and giving you an opportunity to race. So, and that's not just Rock. That's Rock, that's SCUSA, that's all of these big organizations, all the way down to local clubs. Even the local clubs, they're mainly are volunteers. And a lot of these volunteers sacrifice their own racing so the other racers have an opportunity to go hit the track. So do your part. Don't go online and bitch and moan and talk about, oh, we need to do this and we need to do that. Because you know what the teams that are successful aren't doing? They're not online bitching and moaning because they're growing their business. So get on there, get it going. If your class is small, don't bitch and moan because no one's showing up. Call one friend and say, hey, I'm going to go race at this race. Let's go. It's really pretty darn simple, actually. Just call one friend. Let's go. If everyone called one friend, the classes would double. Duh. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Go ahead, Ashley.
All right. Also, the same weekend, though, is the Prairie City Summer Series. This is going to be round 2. And we'll have more, obviously, we'll have more info to come on that one after we get through this weekend. But as far as I know, we're qualifying on Friday, guys. So that's what we're doing. Oh my gosh, the Stanley Cup just ended. Okay, somebody tell me who won the Stanley Cup.
I thought they sold out.
No. Anyway.
I thought they
Okay,
were out
so
of Stanley
sorry,
Cups.
squirrel. Okay, so can you pull up the Summer Series event, please? And
NorCal Karters or Facebook?
NorCal Karters. Yes, Florida won. All right, sorry guys, I'm a hockey fan as well, and the Stanley Cup Finals is tonight. Thanks, Uncle Frank. Okay, so Prairie City Summer Super Series round 2. Sorry, Donald. And we will same thing, qualifying on Friday, and warm-ups, heat, and main events on Saturday night. All of the info is on NorCalKarters.com. Click on Prairie City Summer Nights on the calendar, and you will find all of the info.
There you go, Ashley.
Thank you. Now I can focus.
There you go.
So that is going to be July 19th and 20th. So then we are going to round out the end of the month at Kinsman. Okay, Kinsman has moto, so I think they just wanted us to let everybody know that that's going to be a moto weekend. And then
so on the moto weekends, real quickly, you have to pay attention for the Kinsman Kart Club stuff, because they'll have some combined events, and then they have some where it's moto and only kart only. So if you go on the link on the first line, it says no karts, supermoto only. So that way you'll know. Go ahead, Ashley.
And then Reno is rounding out the end of the month with their round 5, July 27th and 28th in Reno and NKC. So they will have their round 5. And that will be July. So we have CCKRA Prairie City, Blue Max, NCK. We have a Reno race. 80cc shifters will be at that Reno race as well. Per the next weekend, we'll have the Prairie City Summer Series, as well as Rock Sonoma, Rock Pacific. Then Kinsman, Moto only, and Reno round 5. So I don't see any questions in the comments. If you have questions, put them in the comments. We're going to go through them at the end. Little preview into August. The Rock Sonoma is going to have round 7. We are going to have NorCal Karters, not us, but y'all are going to be going to the IKF Grand Nationals in Amarillo, Texas. So we're going to be all glued to our phones, watching and waiting to see who brings home some Duffies and some Eagles that weekend. So that we are wishing everybody good luck with that. And CCKRA is going to be hosting the Colby Dubato Memorial Race in Santa Maria. and it is going to be a money race. The feature classes are, for right now, are the 100cc classes. So 100cc junior is going to be, we're going to be giving away a Challenge of the Americas round one round entry. So you can pick where you go. We're going to give away one round. And then senior is going to be racing for $2,500 cash. So there's that. We're doing it for Colby to celebrate his birthday, and partnering with Transitions Mental Health Association, and spreading awareness about mental health in our sport. More info on that to come. And at the end of the month in January, NorCal Karters will be giving away an entry to the Colby Dubato Memorial Race. So again, if you're
In
trying
January
to go
or
to
July?
July.
July.
Sorry, did I say February? End of July.
Yeah. And then just to clarify, is that the same weekend as Prairie City?
It is. So
Okay.
there is a Prairie City Summer Super Series round 3. Yes, I am aware. Yes, I know that this is happening. And yes, I am talking to Donald. So stay tuned for info on that as well. There's some logistics that we have to hopefully can still work out, but there is conversations happening so that everybody can come and support where they would like to go. All right. Any questions in the comments? We don't see anything so far. We were trying to keep this under 30 minutes. So questions in the comments. I can answer questions pretty much for majority, and then Jason can answer anything about Rock Pacific. All this information can be found on NorCal Karters, our Facebook page, our Instagram, our and our website.
And yep. I do want to say, I really did have a lot of fun at Rock Sonoma this past weekend. So for those that don't know, I do the announcing for the series at Rock Sonoma, and the people that get to know me pretty well, they know I'm sarcastic. But I really enjoyed throwing shade at the Master VLR drivers this weekend. Their first heat, they were a little bit aggressive. You could just tell there was some pent up energies between a couple of the drivers, and that was heat 1. Heat 2, me and the staff were looking out the window, and everybody addressed their concerns from heat 1 to heat 2. And they visibly looked slower. Like, they just looked slower. There was no contact. There wasn't hard rubbing. It was pretty good. And in the main, they had a very exciting main event race. But they kept me entertained. That Master VLR group kept me entertained all day long. And you know what? Part of me is a little bit, I guess I'm a little bit jealous. I'm a little bit envious, because a lot of those guys are right around my age, and they're out there driving their karts. And
I was just about to say, how many can beat you?
1, Dan Jones. But I mean, I'm pretty good at running my mouth. So that's the other thing. I watch the field and I go, you know what? I think I could be pretty competitive. But I've never raced VLR. I've never raced KA. I don't know. I probably need to go out there and get humbled is probably what needs to happen. But shout out to the Master VLR guys. Over the past couple of years, I gave them a lot of plugs on NorCal Karters, because 3 years ago there wasn't any of them. There was 0 Master VLR guys, and this goes back to the whole soapbox of bring a friend. A couple of guys came out. One guy didn't even race for a year, and he started, I don't know, WhatsApp or Discord or whatever people use for staying in touch, and they grew that class to, at some point, 20 plus entries. they did a really, really good job. And it wasn't anybody. It wasn't anybody outside. Like, it wasn't the series. It wasn't a shop. It wasn't a team. It was a bunch of individuals. So you know what? We want a class for us. And they just started texting each other. They started communicating. And over time, they really grew that class. And honestly, the past couple of races, I was a little bit disappointed with the turnout, because I thought that would be probably one of our second or third largest classes in the series, based on how good of a job that group did to grow. But there are a lot of obstacles that are coming up. Budget is one of them. That's a big one. The guys that are older that are racing are probably a little more cognizant of their budget, because they've lived a little bit longer. And a few of them flat out said, we'd love to be out there, but we're stashing away a couple of pennies in case our economy takes a little bit of a turn. But all joking aside with those guys, it was a lot of fun to watch. And I am trying to get some videos from Michael Ting, Fred Clark, and Dan Rivera. I want to put together a little tiny mini series, because those were the drivers involved in a couple of different instances. I saw all the footage, and my perception of my judgment changed on how I would have called that race, changed based on whose camera I watched. So I think it's actually pretty important, like, to be aware of. If you have one angle, you have one story. So, yeah. Anything else, Ashley?
Well, that is true.
Got the films here. August 25th is Moto Karts at Kinsman.
Yes. I do have experience with watching videos, and different angles do look like different scenarios.
Yeah, well, and even there was one incident. And I'm sure Fred doesn't mind if I say it. There was an instance with Fred Clark and Michael Ting. I'm calling the race live specifically on their race, because they were in the top 3, top 4. They were battling for a position. And when I called it, Michael Ting threw the cart in going into Monaco for a pass. Neither of them gave each other much room. What I thought happened was Fred went to go close the line, so Michael couldn't cross him back over going into Kramer. I thought Fred's bumper, his rear bumper, went over Michael's front bumper. So it still took Michael out of the race. But that's what I thought would happen. It's like, oh, that's such a bummer.
You know what's funny? I had a similar situation happen. I'm not going to say much about that because people know. So, yes,
but when I called it, I thought it was just plastic on plastic, a small bumper. I watched Fred Clark's video, and it's like, oh, okay. It's like, I don't know, Fred, that was a little bit close. You definitely shut the door on the guy. I saw Michael Ting's video, and watching Michael Ting's on board, it was Fred's rear wheel over Michael's front wheel. So it's like beyond what would be kind of incidental.
Where's Michael Ting at? Michael Ting, I need a fact check. I need to see this.
No, it was Fred ran him over. So Michael said he would let me, have that video. Fred said it too, and I need to put it together. It's like, and do 3 different videos and then have them all together. It's like, okay, look how the perception changes. And in all fairness to Fred did not turn his head around and try to run Michael over. I think he just clearly misjudged the back of his cart compared to where Michael was. So as a bummer, Michael was, out of the race. But it was a very, very big learning experience for me with the video, because I'm calling the race live, looking out a window. I'm watching video from 2 different carts, and then we even had a third video from someone behind everything. So that's it.
Yep, been there. I've been there recently, so that's
Oh,
why
okay.
I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
So
the power of video.
all right, guys, we see that people are here. We have already gone through all of the schedule. If you want, put it in the comments. We'll go through again. This was just supposed to be a short race ready type style thing. But if you are here, drop us a comment. Let us know any questions about anything coming up. But other than that, I did want to share that since June is ending, June is men's. I'm doing a lot of research in mental health right now, but June is men's mental health month. So kind of just a reminder, everybody check on your friends. And if not, we share a lot of resources for the hotlines on our page, our Facebook page, and our website. So please go ahead and check out all of our resources that we have on our page. Again, June is Men's Mental Health Month. A lot of this topic is coming up because we are planning a thing to honor Colby Dubato and to celebrate his birthday coming up. So please, again, check on your friends, go to our website, look up our resources. If you or anybody needs anyone to talk to, please reach out. And again, NorCal Karters website, Facebook.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add to that is just know who your people are. And there's times where at the racetrack, I'm not very approachable as far as it with certain things because my mind is going 1,000 miles a minute when I'm at the racetrack, especially when I'm working. But if you're struggling with something, know who your people are and kind of make it clear. It's like, hey, I need to talk to you. Like, don't let it just go in passing. You just let somebody know that's in your group. Say, hey, I really need to talk to you, because maybe at that moment the person you're trying to reach out to or give them a warning or something, maybe their mind is elsewhere as well, especially at a race event. I mean, I think we all get into that mode where we're just go, 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 go. I need to get my cart to the track. I need to go do this. I need to go do that. I mean, it's no different than when people borrow tools and never return them. It's so much stuff is going on. So take that moment, and if you need to reach out to someone, go, hey, no, I really need to talk to you or talk to somebody. So that's all I wanted to add on that particular topic. And the page I have up, this is NorCalKarters.com. And it's just click on it's the second tab at the top of the page. If you do the drop down menu on a mobile, it's the second link right after the home page. So a couple of years ago, we had 4 Karters that I know of that that took their lives, and and unfortunately the stories were kind of repeated with if we only would have known. And it's sad. It's hard to talk about, and there's no easy way to address the topic. But Ashley's she's very emotionally invested in the Colby Dubato race. But I think it is important to get that information out there, get that word out there. Anything else, Ashley?
No, I think that's it. Again, next month we'll come back and tell you a little bit more about the Colby Dubato race and the prizes and all the kind of community service and projects we're working on. So, but again, check on your friends and get the resources. We have them and we post them for this reason.
Yeah, and you can text 988. That's the text line. On NorCal Karters, we have different documents. There's different phone numbers. We've been adding to it as we go. We have it for alcoholism. We have it for veterans. So there's a number of different lines or crisis centers that you can call, or lifelines. So yeah, just kind of put that in your back pocket and think about it.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us. We did just go through the calendar, race ready style, and go through everything. You can find all the information on NorCalKarters.com. I will be seeing anyone at Prairie City this weekend. So come say hi. Actually, come say, hey, NorCal, because Jason loves that. So thanks,
Yes.
everyone.
And then before you sign off, can I say one last thing?
Yes.
Just in general with karting, this is not going to be a long soapbox. Please appreciate the promoters, whether it's Rock Cup USA. Obviously, they write me a check monthly to announce their stuff, so they get a lot of attention. But Rock Cup USA, Gold Rush, Blue Max, Kinsman, appreciate all of them. One of the conversations I heard going around at Sonoma was, the racing is too expensive. Well, Sonoma is a very expensive track. We've gone into this many times. Hit rewind on any of our podcasts. We've probably highlighted it. I'm not doing it tonight. But they fly in all their crew. Everybody well, I don't fly in, I drive in. But their main core personnel flies in from Indiana or Florida. They have professional staff, everybody's paid, etc. The track is expensive. It's going to be more costly. In contrast, and this is not a bag on any club that is volunteered run. In contrast, you go to a local club out in the Central Valley. They're all volunteer run except for one. Don't be upset if it's not as professional as a rock event or a SCUSA event that has paid staff, when those events are being run by volunteers, but you don't want to pay more on your entry fee to have better tech or better bathrooms or better anything else. So that's just be very aware of what the promoters are doing, at what level they're doing it, and why they're doing it. I'm a karter. I'm a karter at heart. I've been karting since the 90s. My daughter is a swimmer. Your kid does not swim unless you volunteer for a position. That could be the other option to lower the cost of karting. You can't sit at your tent drinking out of a solo cup. You have to be out on the track flagging. You have to be running timing and scoring. That's how it is at a swim meet. Every swimmer needs to have a volunteer. If they don't have a volunteer and they don't sign up, the swimmer is scratched. So there are other options out there, and maybe that is an idea for clubs, but that's kind of the end of my soapbox.
And also, yes, also thank the crew. Thank the crew everywhere you go. The flaggers, the timing and scoring, the tech, the grid, pre-grid, announcer. You guys, we all do this we do this for you guys. So thank the staff. But that's all I have for tonight. And Jason, are you ready to close us out?
Yep, you're good. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry about my 2 soapboxes, but they were just fresh on my mind. Again, 988, NorCalKarters.com. We have a suicide and crisis link. So, again, do not let a moment go by if you need help. Reach out to somebody. And like I said, if it's at the racetrack or somewhere where a lot of things are going on, really just grab someone and pull them aside. It's like, no, I really need to talk to you, because, you know how it is. A lot of people are just wondering, do they tighten their wheel nuts? So that's really about it. And with that being said, my normal sign off is going to be, if we all get one person in karting, we'll double by next year.